What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to take a look at the market, see what's happening there. We're going to take a look at our normal tokens and gonna do something really fun and interesting that you guys might be able to appreciate. We're gonna take out the calculator today, kind of give you guys a little bit of perspective with three different tokens, and we're also gonna talk about a meme that I mentioned to you guys back in March 6th in that video. And so, yeah, we're gonna take a look at that, and then at the end, we're gonna go to our Twitter world and check out a post that Kyle Chesse made that I think, it's to bring a lot of awareness and for us to be careful with some things that are occurring out in this space. So, anyways, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys find this to be helpful. Also, share with other people. And what we are about to speak about here, it's not financial advice, guys. This is just some extra for you guys, as you guys do your own homework and research. So here we go. All right, the fear and greed index finds itself at 61, practically, not changing much. Bitcoin over $69,000, gone up a little bit in the last a couple of hours. So, but everything pretty flat, really. Not really much. Maybe SHIB is down 5%. What else? What is there? Uniswap up 4%. Pepe still finds itself. Pepe ETH still finds itself in a really nice, $6.22 billion cushion. So it's not too bad. And the community is still pretty strong with Pepe. I mean, even with the devs selling a whole bunch of money, still holding quite well. So, what else? What else? What else? WIF, dog with hat. Um, still doing pretty good, pretty decently, $3.53 billion, even though it's down today over 8%. So, what else? Our weave is actually doing quite well, almost $44, and it's up more than 12%. Tau around $400, so not too bad. Okay. So some of the memes are a little red today, so. And what else? What else? Ando doing pretty good, over 5%, so not too bad. Real world asset, the whole BlackRock narrative, thing, and the ties and all that. Somebody asked me in the comments section about Ando and Morpheus. I don't know about Morpheus. I'd have to look into it. But Ando, I do know a little bit about it. It's a real world asset. It has to do with BlackRock and the whole nine. And so, that'll help Ando go up quite a bit. I do have a position in Ando, so, take that with a grain of salt. And so, yeah. But for me, I find that to be a good hold to actually have. My personal opinion, not financial advice. And then here we have Algo, that is finds itself at trying to get to that 20%. And even Jasmine here, Jasmine has been killing it as of late. I do have a pretty decent bag of Jasmine, but I've been stacking Jasmine. I mean, all throughout the bear market, I was stacking some Jasmine, so pretty happy with the results. Anyways, let's go to our tokens. Let's take a look at Based AI. So we're Based AI it's at right now. Base AI red 2%, so still not too bad. $6.87, and the market cap $246 million. So a little bit down, but still pretty good hold in my opinion. So I didn't look at this in the Spanish channel, but let's take a look at Tucker. And Tucker has been like a stable coin between 6 and 7 cents. It's just like it's just a pretty decent spot, anyways, in my opinion, to stack if you want. Like I said, I do feel that Tucker has a very, 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 very good chance to making it to that $1 billion mark. So that's still, over 10x from where it's at right now. Not financial advice, guys, just my opinion. And all right, so let's do this. So Pepe ETH, right? Which is the big market cap one. So Pepe ETH finds itself at this almost a $6.2 billion market cap. And so I keep hearing, people throwing $50 billion, this project could make it to $50 billion. That project could make it to $50 billion. And I was like, I wonder why. And the whole reason behind it is because of SHIB, right? So SHIB, which was the new meme in town back in 2021, it hit, I think it was like over $40 billion. So everybody's thinking, well, maybe like around $50 billion ish. This time around is where the next SHIB should hit. And so let's consider these three projects that I'm going to differentiate here, right, at the moment, and which one can actually give you the most return, right? At the end of the day, that's what we're looking for. We don't want to become tribal. We don't want to become, don't marry your bags, guys, because you will round trip them. Don't marry those bags. If they're good projects, they're good projects. But at the end of the day, we're here, to make a profit, right? I mean, if that's not the case, then there's no point in being here, really, And so, and I'm being frank with you guys. I'm being, as transparent as possible, because ultimately, that's what I want you guys to do. Sometimes, some of the people are gonna dump on us, which they do all the time, right? And we end up holding the bags, and then it's gonna be the time is gotta come when we have to dump our bags. And so, you know, um, it's just trying to be financially smart with this. It's the same thing that happens in TradFi, right? You buy stocks, and then other people that have been there longer than you or whatever, they come, it goes up a little bit, then they dump it on you, and now you become that holder of those stocks. So, yeah. So here we go. So we got this arbitrary number, $50 billion, right? So we got $50 billion, and so we're gonna make these comparisons between these three projects. The first one is going to be Pepe, the second one is going to be Turbo, and then the third one is going to be Pepecoin. And we're going to see how many X we can actually make from this point forward with each and one of these tokens. So this Pepe has almost a $6.2 billion market cap. So we're going to divide 50 billion by 6.2 billion. $6.2 billion market cap. And so we get approximately 8x from where it's at right now. What does this mean? You put in $1,000, and at the end of the cycle, when it reaches the $50 billion market cap, you would have a total of $8,000. Granted, if you don't sell any percentages in the process. This just means that you made $7,000 profit, right? Which is pretty decent amount. You're not gonna get that, in the stock market, like at all, in a year's time frame. So still a pretty decent investment in my opinion. Now let's take those $50 billion, $50 billion, right? And let's take a look at Turbo. Even Hershey gets excited when I take out the calculator. I don't know if you guys heard him, but all right, let's take a look at Turbo. And Turbo was doing quite well recently, but it's dropped. Let me see, maybe like from the high of close to 1 cent, it's dropped like about 40% from that top, but it's still up quite a bit in the last 7 days. So here we go. All right, so if Turbo gets to $50 billion market cap, and right now it's sitting at around 413, let's say 413 million. Turbo would yield a 121x, more or less, right? 121x. What does this mean? Let's say that you take that same $1,000, and instead of putting in Pepe ETH, you're like, oh, it's too big of a market cap. Let me put it on Turbo, and you put in the $1,000 in Turbo. That means that at the end of the cycle, if Turbo hits $50 billion market cap, that $1,000 would generate you $121,000. So you just made an extra, okay, this is your gains, $120,000. Not too shabby at all. That's absolutely fantastic. That is great. And I would take that bet at any time. Now, that is if you don't sell anything in the way up, right? Which it's very hard not to sell if you have, a 20, 30, 50 eggs on your way up. It's very difficult, but we're just going to say you are the biggest diamond hands there are. And so you're going to make a $120,000 gains for Turbo. So now let's take a look at Pepecoin, and let's see what would happen with Pepecoin. And Pepecoin at the moment, let's see, Pepecoin, okay, it's pretty flat, $5.75. It had gone up, over $6, and then now it's a little under $6. And it's right now a market cap of, let's say, $770 million, right? So let's use that number, $770 million. And so that means that Pepecoin has a potential to give us almost 65x. Hold on a second, guys. Almost a 65x of where it's at right now. Okay, so you're probably going to be like, okay, so Turbo is a better option. And I would agree with you if it would just be straight up, like this, right? All four of them just at the current market cap, nothing else affecting it. However, there's one big, enormous differentiator that Pepecoin has that neither Turbo nor Pepe ETH have, and that is that there's going to be a massive supply shock that's going to come for Pepecoin. And that is because when the brains get released and people can buy these brains, the only way you can get brains is by buying them, quote unquote, with Pepecoins. You cannot get brains with any other tokens but Pepe coins. And so the way that it is set up is that approximately 70 to 80% of Pepe coins are going to be needed to get all of these brains. So what does that mean? That means that when all the brains are purchased, all those Pepe coins that were used to buy them, they're going to get burned. Yes, you heard that right. They're going to get burned. And it is going to be a massive 70 to 80% burn. That alone, that alone will give Pepecoin almost like an automatic 4x. So if we take those 4x and we multiply it times this 64.9, this is approximately the real amount of the real potential of how many x's Pepe coin will actually do. So it will be close to 260 x's from where it's at right now. Is this Moon Boy thing? Absolutely. I mean, even though, you know, but we're talking about all three projects, right? We're just using the same thing. But in my opinion, can Pepecoin hit $50 billion? It can, absolutely. It can hit it. But that's more on my high spectrum point. Can Turbo do it? Absolutely. But again, it's more on my high spectrum. Can Pepe ETH hit it? Hit it? Yes, Pepe ETH can actually hit it. Pepe ETH is way closer than the other two to actually hit the 50 billion. But then again, your returns are not as good. So, but let's say Pepecoin does hit $50 billion. You put in those same $1,000. In this case, you would have made 250, almost $259,000. Absolutely insane. The potential that Pepecoin has in comparison to the other two, even though Turbo wouldn't be absolutely bad at all. Now, if we were to do half, right, of a $25 billion market cap, then all these numbers that I ran for you guys in half, and still Pepecoin would absolutely do way better. It would do what? I don't know, 10, 20, 30 something times better than Pepe ETH, and probably like twice as much better than Turbo. And all that only because of that burn. That burn is what really amplifies the potential of Pepecoin. So, all right. And besides that, I wanted to also talk to you guys a little bit about Cat WIF hat. Let me see if it CWIF here, which is like I said, I mentioned this project to you guys back in March 6th. It's gone down a little bit, but man, it had a really big run, and right now it finds itself at a little over $52 million, meaning that I wouldn't be surprised if this token actually makes it to 1 billion. But there was something that had me like a little uneasy, and it was this whole max supply thing. And so I went to their website, and I was like, man, what's up with this? And so I looked this up, and they've been burning a lot of tokens. And also, I went to this kind of like FAQ section here, and it says, why is the max supply $1,000 trillion? So practically a quadrillion, practically. So the max supply of CWIF is 1,000 trillion. This is the very beginning supply of CWIF before any burns. Some more details. Okay, here we go. The initial contract address for Cat WIF had a 77.78 trillion max supply without any reason behind it. When the final CWIF contract address was created, a 999.99 trillion max supply was introduced to mimic WIF's 999.99 million max supply. Immediately upon the finalized CWIF contract creation, 920 plus trillion of CWIF was permanently burned to get back to an initial 77.78 trillion circulating supply. So, in other words, that 999.99, that's not, we don't have to worry about all that any longer. In reality, only 77.78 trillion max supply was actually released, of which, okay, right here, right, 77.78 trillion was initially the supply, December 15, and almost 54% has gotten burned. So that means that only 30, I mean only, right? But 36.08 trillion is what's in circulation. And this is still being burnt, guys. Okay? This continues to be burned, which means that this 36 trillion that's here, that's the correct amount. Actually, it should be a little less than that. And the market cap, this is the correct market cap, $52 million, not this 1.4 billion that it says here for the fully diluted market cap. So very, very happy to have actually seen that, because I was getting really uneasy with this. I do have a bag of Cat WIF hat, but now that I see the tokenomics, I am very satisfied with this. And if it continues to go up, it's going to be a pretty decent investment to have made. All right, that's that. And we're going to finish with this post from Kyle Chasse. And this is, just to give people a warning, and, just be careful, guys. So there's been some celebrities that have been, just exploiting their followers, their fans. One of them is this Iggy Azalea. Don't know who. Oh no, it's a her. I don't know who she is. Caitlyn Jenner. We know who she is, or he, or it. I don't know. And Davido, who I have no clue who he is, or she, or they. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it's a he. Okay, never mind. So he. And so these people have actually created some tokens, only to just dump it on their followers and investors. This is absolutely insane. Really, really bad ethics that's happening. So just be careful, guys. Don't just throw your money on anything. It's really hard earned money to just throw it on anything, right? Don't try to chase these things. They are pump and dumps, like literally. So just be careful. Just sharing this with you guys. I really wouldn't want you guys to lose all your money, even though this space, it could happen at any moment with anything. Just, try to make your best judgment, and don't follow these pump and dumps. I have not, when I started seeing, these things about Caitlyn Jenner, people were like, yeah, you're gonna be making a lot of money. I'm like, bro, I'm not even gonna start chasing those things. I don't know what to get out of it. And well, here it is. A lot of people losing their money. So just be careful, guys. All right. I'm not saying that it cannot happen with other meme coins. It can. I've had other meme coins that have gone to zero, but they've been very small amount of money, and it's just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully this content was helpful, was good, was something that maybe gives you some good perspective. And if you find this helpful, please share it with others. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for joining in and for the support that you guys bring to this channel. Love you guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.